All right, today we're going to tackle a fun little math problem. It's kind of set up like a riddle, which I always find more interesting. So let's just dive right in. You know the type, right, where you get a couple of clues about some mystery numbers and you've got to figure out what they are? That's exactly what we're going to do today. And don't worry, we'll break it down step by step. Okay, so here's the puzzle itself. We're told the ratio of two numbers is 3 to 4. Simple enough. But then, if you increase each of those numbers by 2, the ratio changes and becomes 7 to 9. Our job? Find the original numbers. So how do we even start to solve this? Well, the trick is to unlock the actual numbers that are hiding inside that 3 to 4 ratio. And to do that, we need a key. Let's call it our secret ingredient. It's going to be a variable that connects everything. And that secret ingredient we're going to call x. They give it as our common multiplier. See, a 3 to 4 ratio doesn't mean the numbers have to be 3 and 4. They could be 6 and 8, right? Or maybe 30 and 40. X is just that number they both got multiplied by to get to their real size. And this right here, this is the real breakthrough. Instead of just thinking about a ratio, we can now represent our mystery numbers as 3x and 4x. We've just turned something abstract into real, workable math that we can build an equation with.
Okay, now that we've got our numbers represented as 3x and 4x, we can finally use that second piece of the puzzle. You know, the part where we add 2 to each number. This is where we build our equation.
So let's walk through it. We start with our numbers, 3x and 4x. The riddle says to add 2 to each one, so we get 3x plus 2 and 4x plus 2. Now, any ratio can be written as a fraction, right? So we can write this new ratio as 3x plus 2 over 4x plus 2. And what did the riddle say this new ratio equals? Yep, 7 over 9.
And there it is, our working equation. That whole word problem, that whole riddle, has just been boiled down to this one clean algebraic statement. Pretty cool, huh? Now all we have to do is solve for x.
All right, let the hunt for x begin. This is the fun part. We just need to do a little bit of algebra to get that x all by itself.
First up, cross multiplication. You just multiply the top of one side by the bottom of the other. So that gives us 9 times the quantity 3x plus 2 on one side and 7 times the quantity 4x plus 2 on the other. Okay, next step is to get rid of those parentheses. We just distribute the numbers outside. So on the left, 9 times 3x is 27x, and 9 times 2 is 18. On the right, 7 times 4x is 28x, and 7 times 2 is 14. Look at that, the equation is already way simpler. Now it's time to clean things up. We want to get all the x terms on one side and all the plain numbers on the other. So let's move the 27x over to the right and the 14 over to the left. That's going to make things really clear. And once we do that simple subtraction, what do we get? We find that x is equal to 4. Boom! We found it! That's our secret ingredient, our common multiplier. So, we found x. Are we done? Not quite. Remember, the question didn't ask us for x. It asked for the original numbers. We've got the key, but we still need to unlock the door.
All right, time to bring it all home. This is the final step. We just take that value we found for x, which was 4, and plug it back into our original expressions, 3x and 4x.
So, for the first number, we have 3x. That becomes 3 times 4, which is 12. And the second number was 4x, so that's 4 times 4, which gives us 16.
And there you have it. The two original numbers are 12 and 16. And yep, if you check, 12 to 16 is a 3 to 4 ratio. Perfect! But you know what? A good mathematician always checks their work. So let's be sure. Let's do that second part of the riddle. What happens when we add 2 to our numbers? Do we really get that 7 to 9 ratio? Okay, so 12 plus 2 is 14, and 16 plus 2 is 18. So our new ratio is 14 to 18. Now, can we simplify the fraction 14 over 18? Yeah, we can. We can divide both the top and the bottom by 2. And what does that give us? 7 over 9. It's a perfect match. We know for sure our answer is correct.
And there we go, solved. You got to admit, there's something really satisfying about taking a confusing word problem and turning it into a clear, simple answer that you know is right.
You know, when you think about it, this whole puzzle just came down to finding that one hidden number, x. It kind of makes you wonder, right? How many other complicated-looking problems out there are just waiting to be unlocked if we can just find that one secret key?